Hello everyone, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. So here I am making tea-dyed paper, and I don't make it in mass amounts because I just don't. This is kind of how I do it. So sometimes I may have to kind of maybe do it a little bit more often, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on bake for 220 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what happens next. So now that I've gone ahead and put it at 220 degrees, I'm gonna kind of let it heat up a little bit. Now I've already, obviously I went ahead and boiled the tea in here, and then I guess I could have probably shown how I do each page, but it's there's not one way. I kind of like to do it in different ways because I like each page to potentially come out different, which it will anyway. I mean, it's going to be unique in its own way anyway. But I feel like sometimes if I completely dunk one page at a time, that you get a nicer kind of, if you want a more even dye, that's how it looks. But if you want it to be a little more grungy and like a little more uneven in some places, which could have a very nice look, then that's when you go ahead and don't let it completely submerge. You kind of let it submerge, and then you're going to put another one right away, so you leave a few places kind of untouched. Eventually they're going to get soaked, but because you're doing it that way, it leaves like little air pockets, which I actually like. So because again, it gives that different interest and texture. Now on this one, you can see that it's kind of the color is kind of fun because it is it's kind of picking up this pan is a little rusted, so I love that it picks that up because it just gives it yet another layer of interest. So, okay, well, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so this is probably going to be kind of fun. And now, sometimes I do more. Usually I do 8 tea-dyed paper. Tea bags. But this time I did 4 because I wanted to see the difference between putting the 8 and the 4. I wanted to see how different, because in any case I could always come back and stain them again. So but yeah, I have a feeling that it's not going to be a lot different because I did let it soak in for about 30 minutes. So I think that's probably going to make it very similar. It might be a tinge lighter, which again is fine because I like to have a variety. I don't always want it to just be one kind or one look or one, not that it's not going to do that, but I'm trying to find a little container now so I can use this as also to put in the oven. And so again, since I'm pretty unprepared, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make this like a little quick video, like a little quickie craft. And so what I'm gonna do, so I don't lose all that tea dye liquid, is I'm gonna go ahead and just put some of it back in the the deal here. I'm gonna let some of it drip right back in here. And then I'm just gonna end up having to waste some because I was not prepared for this video. But you know, I just thought there's not a great way for me to show you this anyway right now, I don't think. So, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put, I'm gonna lay one down. Now this one is double, is 2 pages together. And there was a little, let me see if I can go ahead and throw some of this tea dye. Okay, so now this pan is fairly dry-ish. I'm gonna put that in here. And I haven't really been keeping track of the time. So I think it's probably been a few minutes. Sorry that I keep moving the camera so much. I mean, it's been a few seconds, so I don't think it'll be ready. But what I'll do is probably stitch another video. I'm going to give it about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and show you what we got. Okay, so now I've got these 2 that I already had dyed before, and I wanted to see the difference between having put in those 8 versus putting in the 4. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of them out right now. I did put a few more in there. I did the previous video that I'm stitching to this one. So, but yeah, I don't really see a difference in the color. So, and yeah, maybe it's slightly darker. Let me see if I can put it in a better lighting. I guess the right one does look very I mean, I can barely tell, honestly. I mean, no, I don't even know if I'm just thinking that because I put eight of them here and 4 of them here. So I don't know if I just think that it looks darker. Honestly, you can't really tell the difference. Okay, so yeah, I was just trying to decide, you know, do I need to always use 8 because it's a small amount that I'm making, you know. So of course that's not all the tea. It was like twice as much as that, but it was getting a little bit expensive doing it that way. So I thought, well, let me see if I can use a few tea bags and get the same or similar effect, and it looks like I am. And like I said, if I really want to darken it up, I could probably you know, just stain them again, just kind of run them through again. So that'll be interesting to know. But as far as what the basic, what we've, you know, journalers basically like, junk journalers, is, you know, it is a normal, it's just this normal color really. So, but I like how this one came out because it's got a little, I think one of the pages was laying on top of it. So it kind of left a little mark, which is great because again, that just adds to the character. So really love that. And yeah. So yeah, some people like to iron them. I typically, what I'll do is I'll just sprinkle a little bit of either tea or water on it until they're kind of slightly moist, and then I'll just flatten them out like that, and then they'll just dry overnight. But you know, obviously you don't want to put too much because then, you know, they'll stay wet. So, and see, now this one kind of got kind of ripped a little bit, but that's okay because I can usually the size of journals that I make, I have to cut them a little bit anyway, so that's fine, or I can make tags out of them. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and probably put some on my Etsy in case people want to buy them, because I know not everybody I like to tea dye. I like it, but it is a lot of work it can be, and you got to kind of really commit to a certain time, because once you get these puppies wet, you really don't want to leave them in the tea for more than an hour, because then that's when the paper starts falling apart. And so, you know, it can be time consuming, etc. But like I said, I actually enjoy making them. But for those that don't want to turn on their oven or have papers laying around and going through the whole rigmarole, or however you say it, the whole deal, I will go ahead and list some on my Etsy. So, yep, hope you'll let me know how you do your tea dyeing, and talk to you. See you in the next one.